Hello, everyone. Welcome to our practice. My name is Francine, and it's my honor to be guiding you, whether you're doing this class live or recorded. Our focus this evening is on the piriformis, and I did post and email people a little anatomic picture of where the piriformis is, right about here. And often when we have sciatica, the piriformis is very likely playing a role. So our goal in this practice will be to both strengthen it and stretch it. Let's just begin in mountain, coming to our breath. The breath is such an important part of yoga. The knees are soft, relaxed, shoulder blades towards each other, and we're breathing in and out through the nose if we can. And one more breath here. We'll do a little bit of warming up first. So let's soften the knees, placing the hands on the upper thighs, coming into a little bit of cat-cow. So we will inhale, slight arch in the spine, and on the exhale, we round chin to chest. And we'll do a few more of those. How about one more? And let's just return to mountain. Let's inhale up, and we're going to exhale, side bend. And we inhale up, exhale, side bend to the other side. Sometimes just to refocus the camera, we've discovered the easiest thing is to turn it off for a moment and turn it back on. We are low tech over here. And the next time we side bend to the right, let's stay there. And let's take our gaze towards that right hand, getting a nice stretch in the neck. And we come back up, we inhale, we exhale, side bend to the other side. Once again, this time gazing to the left hand, feeling the stretch in the right side of the neck. And we'll inhale back up. Exhale, coming to cactus arms. And from here, let's inhale. And on the exhale, leaving the hips where they are, a gentle twist to one side. Inhale, center, exhale, other side. How about one more set? Arms coming down, returning to our mountain. We're going to inhale up, lifting onto the tippy toes, and then just exhale down. Arms aren't going up too high, just slightly above the shoulders. Now the next time we go up, let's stay up, take the arms up by the ears, staying on the tippy toes, exhale, arms down. Inhaling, arms up, still on the tippy toes. Exhale, arms down. And again. If you're falling over, I'm right there with you. Can be challenging. And let's just do one more. Arms and heels come down, hands return to the heart. Making our way now to tree pose. So let's place our weight onto the right foot, lifting the left heel. We pivot out, and as soon as we pivot, you'll notice, oh, that piriformis is coming to work to help us rotate. So the piriformis is one of several external rotators. Now maybe we'll leave that left heel to the inside of the right ankle. Maybe we want to bring it up. Maybe we can come to cactus arms. So while we're here getting a nice chest opening. Let's return the hands to the heart. The left foot comes down. We'll take a full breath. And placing our weight onto the left foot. Right heel pivots, and look at that piriformis externally helping to rotate. And again, that heel can be to the left inner ankle, inner shin. It can even be to the inner thigh. And shall we find cactus arms once again, this time trying to take the hands back a little bit, elbows forward a little bit. The hands will return to the heart. The right foot comes down. Inhale up. And then let's exhale to chair. Finding our hands to horizon rather than up by the ears. Let's check in that we can lift the toes. Now we want to be really aware not to overarch the back, so we'll squeeze the belly button in. And after we've squeezed the belly button in, let's squeeze it up. And we'll inhale up. We're going to bring our hands overhead. If the palms are able to touch, we'll touch them. And if they're not, that's okay. We'll simply keep them here. Coming into bear pose, we inhale. Exhale, coming to a flat back. Now there's a couple of versions of bear pose. There's some where we're on all fours with the knees up. And from here, let's bring the hands to the shins, almost straighten the knees. We're here at half back. And then we exhale to this wider chair. And then pressing through the heels, let's begin to inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's open up the arms once again to cactus. So although we're working quite a bit in the lower body today, I thought this would be a great chance for us to also open up in the chest. Coming into eagle. So let's place our weight this time first onto the left foot. We'll bring the right foot across. Now we might put a block underneath the right foot. Then we're going to really start to bend into the left leg. We can lift the right foot, so we're getting some strengthening in one leg, some stretch in the other. If we like, we can stay in cactus arms, or we can come to the traditional eagle arms. We're almost there. Unwrap the arms. Leg comes down, mountain, a couple of breaths here. And then the weight comes onto the right foot. I like to begin in cactus arms. Left leg comes across. We start to bend. Maybe lifting the left foot. Option to come to eagle arms, other arm on top. We'll unwrap the arms, find our way to mountain once again. And from here, let's inhale up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming into a forward fold. So we have quite a bit of softness in the knees so that we can get some relief in the spine. And then hands on shins to half back. Then we fold. Inhale, hands on shins, half back. And we fold. And now let's bend the knees even more so that we can start to come to all fours or tabletop. Hands are open like starfish. Hips are over the knees. And we're going to be doing some hip circles. So let's take our hips to the left and then forward. That's an inhale. To the right and back. That would be exhale. And we keep going. And one more. Then we find that spot where it feels right to change the direction. It's still forward inhale. And the back is the exhale. Last one. And then we find ourselves in neutral. We're going to do a partial rabbit pose. So we're going to tuck the toes under. And then we're going to inhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to round like cat spine. Now in the full rabbit pose, we take the crown of the head to the earth. But in this case, we want to try to get that spine lengthening. So we'll just stay here a breath or two. Let's bring the spine to neutral. Untuck the toes. Hope you're doing well so far, enjoying our practice. We're going to do a different twist. Again, you'll notice that we're trying to get into another area. So we're here in all fours. We'll bring the knees a little closer in. And then we're going to take the right knee and put it behind the left. So you can see that the legs are crossed. We're going to bring the hands in a little bit closer. So already the body is probably reacting because this is not a position that we do very often. Remember that when we shake, it's our brain learning something new. So let's go to the tippy fingers of the right hand. So as if I'm holding a cupcake under my hand. And then we can stay here, or maybe we'll take that right hand to right hip, start to open the right shoulder, or even take that right arm up. So I'm definitely getting sensation here and also balancing. Let's untwist. Uncross the legs, just take a moment right here. And again, we bring the legs a little closer. And then the other knee tucks behind. Hands come a bit closer. And I'm going to go onto the fingertips of the left hand. Just letting the body adjust. Maybe left hand comes to left hip. Maybe we twist with the hand all the way up. And we untwist to the torso. We take the uncrossing of the knees. Hips just come side to side. We bring the left leg a little more to center so that we can then extend the right one. Hands still underneath the shoulders. Coming into a cat-cow with a leg extension, we inhale, slight arch. We exhale, round. And again. Last one. We'll meet in neutral and we'll bring that right leg in. We'll extend the left. Maybe for something different, we'll make fists and come up onto the fists. Or if we prefer the hands being down, that's okay. We inhale, arch, and we exhale, round. One more. We come to neutral, and then we'll bring that leg in. Let's just take a moment, come to the breath. Yoga is not simply about asana or postures and poses, but about the breath, about quieting the mind, the true goal of yoga. And from here, let's sit onto one hip, bring one leg in front, one leg in back. So this is our 90-90. So you can see that the shin of the front leg is parallel to the short end of the mat, and the shin of the back leg is parallel to the long. Just in case, I'll do it on this side too so that you can see. So this is sometimes called deer, D-E-E-R. Sometimes it's called half pigeon, and it's also sometimes called 90-90. So I'm going to go back to the original first side for me. We inhale, and on the exhale, we start to hinge forward a little bit, seeing where we find sensation. So maybe right here will be enough. Maybe we're comfortable coming to the elbows. We can also place blocks underneath our elbows. Both feet are flexed. And you're very likely feeling sensation in the piriformis of the front leg. So remember that the piriformis has a lot to do with external rotation. So the front leg in this case is externally rotated, and the back leg is internally rotated. And yes, I am trying to distract you. We'll begin to come up. Whichever leg is in front. So in this case, it's the right. I will put the left hand on the right knee. Right hand behind. Let's inhale and exhale. Do a little twist in the direction of the front leg. So if you happen to have the left leg forward, you'd find yourself twisting to the left. Remember, there's no right or wrong. Doing the best we can. And let's begin to untwist. Let's bring both legs in front to the outer edges of the mat, and then just let the knees fall to one side and then the other. And then we're going to find ourselves in deer pose, but on the other side. So opposite leg comes forward. There's always going to be a difference between the two sides, so we just take a moment to notice how we're feeling, sensation. Then we inhale, we exhale, we start to hinge. Remembering it may not be exactly the same. So on the first side, I had both elbows down. In this case, just the one. And it's a great time to come back to the breath. So I'm getting all kinds of sensation, interestingly, in this leg. So maybe sometimes we have to move around a little bit. We'll slowly begin to come up. And if the left leg is forward, we'll take the right hand to that knee, left hand just to the outside. We inhale and we exhale. A nice gentle twist. And we untwist and we return to all fours. If you like, before making your way to all fours, you can feel free to do those windshield wipers again a few times. Now from here, we're going to be coming to a forearm plank. And the idea will be to lift one leg, in other words, trying to involve this area. When it comes to forearm plank, we can be on the knees and hovering, or if we like, we can tuck the toes under, whichever version we're doing. So I'll do a bit of both. I'll start with kneeling plank, lift one leg and down, other leg and down. I'll switch to the other one. 4, 3, 2, last one, 1, come down to the knees. We're going to externally rotate as we make our way to wide-legged child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Feel everything relax and release. And then we'll start to come back up and make our way to seated. Soles of the feet towards each other, rotating externally. And let's just rock side to side, trying to get a little glute massage here. So sometimes I go a little further back, then I come forward, trying to get into different areas of the glute just by rocking. Then we'll come to stillness. Then we're going to massage one glute at a time. So let's take your left hand to the outside of your right foot. This leg can stay, we just want to lift a bit. And then just rock onto that left glute a bit. And we come to stillness. Right hand outside of left foot. We just lift it a little bit so that we can rock, especially on the one glute. Last one. Let's extend both legs. And coming up next, it can be challenging, and I'm going to give you different variations that we can do. So there's a pose, Gomukhasana, called cow face. We often do the upper body, but we don't often do the lower body. So we could bring the left foot here and then bend the right knee and give ourselves a twist. My recommendation is to keep the right leg extended, and then we bring the left leg over and give ourselves a twist. We can even put that left foot down. So getting a little bit of a twist, all kinds of options to us. If we have twisted, let's untwist. Then we'll inhale, we'll exhale, forward fold a little bit. You will likely feel sensation in the glute on the left side. And we'll come up, make our way to the other side. So taking this right leg over the left knee, and then doing a little twist. And again, we can have that foot down. In this case, we're combining a bit of Gomukhasana with half Lord of the Fishes. And We untwist, and this time a little bit of forward folding. You'll notice I'm hanging on to this leg a little bit. This is the side that really challenges me. And we make our way out. So we have both legs extended. We'd like to do a forward fold and see if we can get into this area a bit more. But when we have the legs extended, we start to get into the hamstrings. So what we can do is come into easy pose. And this will take the hamstrings out of the equation. You can feel free to have a block or blocks in front. We'll inhale tall. And on the exhale, we hinge at the hips, starting to take the hands down. So for me, immediately, right here, I have a lot of sensation. So maybe you can go down even further as long as we're still lengthening through the spine. Let's come up, taking our hands behind us and just opening up the chest, shoulder blades towards each other. And we release. Take a look which leg is crossed in front, and let's switch it. We inhale. And on the exhale, we start to hinge, being ready for the fact that there will be differences between the two sides. Spine still lengthening. And once again, we begin to come up. Hands behind, chest opens, heart lifts. And we release. So we've talked about the piriformis working when we externally rotate. So we want to give the piriformis a chance to rest. So we're going to come into what's called constructive rest, where we will be turning internally. So we make our way to our backs. Feet to the outer edges of the mat. The knees fall inward. So this is external rotation. And so the piriformis, the psoas get to rest. Let's open up our chest once again by coming to cactus arms. Now there is a good chance tomorrow that you might feel this practice that we've done, especially in the lower body, the glutes, the area that we were targeting. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. that we feel it. It just maybe is telling us an area that we need to open, strengthen, and stretch a little bit more. And then let's do a little bit of windshield wipers. So we open up the knees, we allow them both to fall to the right, we come up to the left. So when we do this, we have one leg in internal rotation and one in external. So the piriformis working on one side. One more time. We toe heel the feet in line with the hip bones. Let's bring the left knee to the chest. This might be where we'll stay. We might extend the right leg. Maybe we'll take the left hand to the outside of the left foot in half happy baby. And then depending, we might start to extend the right leg down onto the mat. Now you'll notice my leg is not straight. This is because I'm very tight in this area. I'm a work in progress. So half happy baby in any of those options we discussed. And then let's release that foot if we grabbed a hold of it. Bring the right knee to the chest, and remember, we might stay here. Maybe we're grabbing the outside of the right foot with the right hand, extending the other leg. Now, some of you will have that extended leg flat. Some of you will be like me and not yet. Let's slowly return both feet to the mat. And we're going to let both knees fall out to the sides. So again, external rotation, piriformis. Soles of the feet are touching. Arms by the sides. We're going to inhale, then do a butterfly bridge. Up come the hips. Then exhale down. We're going to leave the arms by the sides so that we can focus on the lower body. We'll do a few more. Up we go. Last one, we're going to hold it for a full breath up. We inhale. We exhale, and let's come down. Maybe using our hands to help the knees come up. Feet onto the mat. And then we'll take the right ankle, place it above the left knee. So on one side, external rotation in this number 4 position. Option to come to cactus arms. And we're going to do a bridge here. So inhale, hips up, then exhale down. Last one. And then without using our hands, staying in the number 4 position, let's bring the legs to the chest. So likely having some sensation right here. And at this point, let's interlace the hands, if it's accessible to us, behind that left knee. In that spot where the right outside ankle meets the left leg, let's move it an inch or two towards, oh, hello, towards the left. Lots of sensation in the right glute. If I've hit the mic a few times, I apologize. Still getting used to this new one. We'll come to center, release the hands if we've interlaced them, but stay in the number 4 position and do a little bit of windshield wiper action, but in our number 4. And just one more. We'll uncross the legs, flex the left ankle, place it above the right knee. And we're going to be doing our bridge. So I'm going to return to cactus arms for this part. That's just an option. So let's inhale up and then just exhale down. And again. And one more. We'll come down. Without using the arms, let's bring the legs to the chest. Probably feeling things, take a breath. Interlacing the hands is an option behind the right leg. And taking that spot where the left outer ankle meets the right leg an inch or two to the right this time. And we come to center. If we've interlaced the hands, we release. We will do our windshield wiper with the number 4. And one more. We come to center. We uncross. We keep the left foot on the earth. We extend the right leg. Pressing into the left foot, we lift the hips, turn them all the way to the right, putting our right hip down. Then left knee comes to the chest and we allow it to fall towards the right side. Shoulder blade of the left side body down or close to, and maybe coming into that cactus arm position with the left arm as well. So we are twisting, we are stretching, we are opening. And we slowly start to roll onto our backs using our left foot. Let's readjust, bring both glutes onto the mat. and switch which leg is extended and which is bent. Pressing into the right foot, we lift the hips, turn them to the left, put that left hip down. Right knee comes to the chest, and from here, we allow it to fall towards the left side, maybe cactus arms with the right side. One more breath. Let's roll onto our backs using our right foot to help us readjust. Let's come back to constructive rest. So that's where the feet are to the outer edges of the mat, the knees are falling inward. And we'll take a few breaths here before we make our way to Shavasana. And one last time with windshield wipers, side to side, those knees. Last time. Now you may choose to stay in constructive rest for Shavasana. You may choose to have the legs extended, perhaps with a block underneath each knee or each thigh. Feeling free to stay in Shavasana as long as we need. And if you are watching the recorded version of the practice, it has come to an end. And I thank you for the honor of guiding you.